Hello friends, welcome to this video. This is Rohit. Friends, in this video we are going to learn about functions in PHP. So let's start. What are functions? So a function is a block of code which is written for performing specific task. So we can create function for performing any kind of task in PHP like we do in other programming languages. So these functions take information as a parameter and execute the block of statements, or they can perform operation on the given parameters, and as well the function can return the result to the calling code. So you can say function is a block of code which is written for performing specific task. So friends, function needs certain data in order to perform task. This data can be provided to the function in two ways. First way is implicit and second way is explicit. So implicit means what? We will define the data within function itself, whatever data function will require. And explicit means what? We will pass the data to the function in form of parameters. So function can work with internal data, that is implicit, or function can work with external data, that is explicit. So internal data will be available with local variables, whereas explicit data can be passed to the function in form of parameters. So depend on requirement, what task we want to do with function, we can pass data in implicit manner or we can pass data in explicit manner. So in PHP, functions are similar to other programming languages that we know, like we do in C, C++, Java. Same kind of function concept is also available within PHP. So a function, you can say, is a piece of code which takes one or more input in form of parameters, that is explicit data, and it performs certain task, it performs certain calculation, and it can generate the result. Where that result will be written? It will be written to the calling code. So there are two important things regarding functions. That important things are, first one, create function, and second thing, call function. These are the two important things that we need to understand regarding functions. So for using function, first of all we need to create a function, and after creating, it's not enough, we also need to call it, we also need to invoke it. So whenever we will call it, then and then only it will perform its specified task, otherwise it's of no use. So in PHP, lot of built-in functions are available that you can call directly because they come with language itself. So you can call them as built-in function. So here there are two types of functions. So first type is called user defined and second type is called built-in. So friends, here user defined functions will be created by user, will be defined by user. So whatever task user want to perform, as per that task he can create a function. And this built-in function, so we don't have to specify them, we don't have to define them, we don't have to create them. We just need to call them and they will be available, because these functions are defined by language developers. So here you just need to call them and you need to pass the appropriate parameters. So in PHP there is a huge collection of built-in library functions, and all these functions are already created, already coded, already defined. So for example, you have printr function, you have var dump function. Okay, so there are so many functions available within various categories: string category, date and time, math. Okay, so list of categories are there, and within every category different functions are available which you can call directly. And on other end we have user defined functions. So in contrast to built-in function, PHP also allows us to create our own functions, our customized functions. So for performing particular task, we can create a function within PHP, and that is nothing but user defined function. So these are the two categories of functions: built-in functions and user defined functions. Now friends, we will try to understand how to create function in PHP. So for creating function in PHP, we need to use following syntax: function followed by function name followed by parenthesis and then pair of curly bracket. Here will be body of function. This is how the syntax for function creation is available within PHP. So here function is a keyword followed by function name. This is the identifier with which this block of code will get identified, this block of code will get referred. Okay, so followed by that there is opening closing round bracket. So right now these brackets are empty, means there are no parameters available for this function. So if you have parameters, you can specify the list of parameters within this opening closing round bracket or parenthesis. Okay, and here in pair of curly brackets there will be a group of statements which will be logically related to each other and which will be available for performing particular task. While creating user defined function, we need to keep certain things within our mind. First thing is that any name ending with opening and closing bracket is a function. Here you can see the identifier name followed by opening closing round bracket. This is a function name. So the function name is always begins with a function keyword. This is the important thing. So in order to call any function, we just need to define the function name followed by that the parenthesis. Suppose I want to call this function, so what I will write? I will write like this. Here I will followed by semicolon. So function name followed by opening closing round bracket, that is parenthesis, followed by semicolon. Function name, as it is identifier, so it cannot start with number, it cannot start with any special symbol. You can start the function name with alphabet or with underscore like we do for other identifiers. And in PHP, function name is not case sensitive. This is the syntax for creating function within PHP. And how to call a function? Just define the name followed by opening closing round bracket. Friends, this function is also called as default function. Why it is default function? Because it is not accepting any parameters here. You can see we do not have any parameters here. That's why this function is also called as default function. So now I will try to show you example how to create a function and how to call a function. So here first of all I will create one function, function demo. opening closing round bracket followed by that pair of curly brackets, and here I will print one message. Let's say welcome to function in PHP. Okay, now friends, our function is ready. You can see the function is a keyword followed by function name, that is identifier, followed by opening closing round bracket. As this is default function, we do not have any parameter here, and in pair of curly brackets we have defined one message here. Now if we go to browser and if I run this code, we will not get anything. Now why we are not get anything? Because we have not called this function, we have not invoked this function. Already I told you, like just creating a function, it's of no use. You also need to call it, you also need to invoke it. So how to invoke a function? So just write down the function name followed by opening closing round bracket. So if we go to browser and refresh, you can see we got the output from our function. Okay, like this we can create a default function, a simple function within PHP. Okay, so next type we have, this was the first type. Next type we have functions with parameters. Already we know what parameters are. So our function requires certain data in order to perform certain task, certain action. So we can pass our explicit data to function in form of parameters. So we specify the parameters in parenthesis. So we can specify n number of parameters to the function. Parameters are nothing but our variables which holds data, and that data will be used by our function. So this parameter hold values that will be used by our function during the execution. So we can take any number of parameters as per our requirement, and we can separate them with help of comma. So let's try to see the syntax. So syntax is like this: function followed by function name. Now here in round bracket we need to specify parameter 1, parameter 2, parameter 3, likewise parameter n, and here we will have the body of our function. This is how the syntax of parameterized function is there. Now friends, while calling this parameterized function, you need to pass the arguments. Whatever number of parameters you have specified here, that number of arguments you should pass while invoking a function, while calling a function. For example, I have specified 3 parameters. So whenever I will call this function, I need to specify 3 arguments to function: argument 1, argument 2, argument 3. So this number of parameters and number of arguments must be matched with each other. So friends, in the function definition we have parameters, and here while calling or while invoking a function we have arguments. Now let's see the example. So for this demo function, first of all I will pass one parameter, let's say $a, and we will print the value of $a here. Let's say $a, like this. Okay, and here now while calling this function I need to pass the value for this $a. This is called argument and this is called parameter. So this 10 value will get available within this $a, and here whenever we will come inside, so here the a value, that is 10, will get printed. Okay, if I go to browser and refresh, you can see we got 10 value. So friends, here I have directly specified 10 value. You can also store like this value within variable like this, and you can pass this variable name here $x, like this. So you can see we got the same output. One more parameter, let's say another value $b. Okay, and one more variable I will take $y is equal to 20. and now here we also need to pass the value of y like this. Now here I will print the value of b as well. You can see we got two values, 10 is the first value, 20 is the second value. Like this we can use these parameters. Okay, suppose I will try to print the addition here. I will write here br and $a plus $b like this. So you can see we got the output 30 here. So this explicit data we have passed to the function demo in form of these parameters. So at the time of execution, what will happen? X value, that is 10, will be available within A. Y value, that is 20, will be available within B. So these values are copied here into A and B respectively, and here we can access them for printing the addition. This is how we can pass the parameters to the function. Now friends, you can also set default value to parameter. So whenever you will not specify the argument, then it will take the default value. For example, I will tell you here for second parameter I will specify 20 value, and here we will not specify the y variable. Still we will get the same result. You can see why? Because whenever we are not passing the value of y here, it is assuming 20 value as a default value. So you can also set default value to the function parameters. So whenever you will not pass argument, it will assume the default value like this. Now next thing friends, function also return the value. Function also return the result. Suppose we want to return the addition here. So how we can return this addition? So I will write $c is equal to a plus b, and simply I will use return keyword, and what I want to return? $c value. So wherever you will call this function, you need to receive the value. So for receiving value, I will use here $r as a result, and now the addition will be available within R, and here I will print it. So I will write br, the result is, I will write $r. Okay, now if you go to browser and refresh, you can see we got 30 value from function. Okay, so this return value will be available within R here, and we will print it. So remember, whenever you are returning value, do not forget to receive it within certain variable. So later on you can print the value. Now next important topic we want to understand here. So there are two ways to pass arguments to a function. Now already we know what two ways we have. So first way is called pass by value, and second way is called pass by reference. Now in pass by value, the original values of argument do not get changed, whereas in pass by reference, the original values of argument get changed. So why in pass by value original values are not changed? Because in pass by value the copies are sent to parameters, whereas in pass by reference the reference of arguments is sent to parameter. That's why in pass by reference the original values get changed, whereas in pass by value the original values are not getting changed. Okay, let's see the example. So for example, I will remove all these things. Okay, we have demo function. Now to this demo function we will pass one parameter, let's say n, and we will try to modify the value of n here. Let's say $n is equal to n plus 10, and here we will create one variable. Let's say x is equal to 10, and we will call this function and we will pass the value demo, let's say $x, like this. Now here I will write echo h1 before calling $x, and we will copy this statement and I will print here after calling function. So here we will print the value of x before calling, and here we will print the value of x after calling, and in between we are calling the function. Now this x value will be passed to this demo function, and here we are changing the value. So this value will be incremented by 10. So let's see what happened. If I go and refresh, you can see we got the same value. Why it happened? Because the x value is copied to n, and this operation is performed on this n variable, which is local to this function. That's why our original x value didn't get modified here, didn't get changed here. This is called pass by value, where the original values are not getting changed. Now in second case, pass by reference, the original values are getting changed. Why? Because the reference of our variable is sent to the parameter. So here for using pass by reference, we need to use %, before the variable name, like this. So whichever variable we will pass, it will be passed as a reference here. So whatever operation we are performing, this operation will directly modify the original x value here. Now if I go to browser and refresh, you can see before calling function the value of x was 10, and after calling function the value of x is 20. Why this happened? Because we have passed this x as a reference to this demo function. That's why this operation is performed on this x value. So n will hold the 10 value, so 10 plus 10, 20. So we got the result 20 here. This is called pass by reference, where the original value will get changed, will get modified. Now friends, next important concept we have in PHP function, and the concept name is PHP variable function. PHP variable function. Now what is PHP variable function? So in PHP, if a name of variable has parenthesis, it may consist parameter, it may be without parameter. So if your variable has a parenthesis in front of it, then PHP parser will try to find out the function whose name is similar to the value of variable, and it try to execute that function. This concept is called variable function in PHP. So what we want to say here, so see the example. I will clear all these things. So if I create one variable here, let's say $a is equal to demo. Okay, and if I write $a followed by opening closing round bracket. Now here what the thing is, $a is a variable actually, which having demo as a value, and here on this statement we are writing this opening closing round bracket parenthesis in front of this $a. So here what our PHP parser will do, it will try to find out the function having name equal to demo, that is the variable value. So here PHP parser will try to find out the function which will have equivalent name to variable value. So if there is a demo function within this script, the PHP parser will execute that demo function. Okay, so for example we will try to save this code and we will go to browser and refresh. You can see undefined function demo, what our PHP parser is doing here. So it is trying to search for a demo function. So whenever PHP parser come to this statement, it first of all find the a is a variable, but again it find this parenthesis in front of it. So it try to search a function having name equal to variable value. So what is variable value? Demo. So it will search for demo function, and you can see we are getting error, undefined function demo. PHP parser is unable to find out the demo function. So if I create demo function here like this, here I will write echo called by variable function, and if I go to browser and refresh, you can see we got the output called by variable function. This is called variable function, where we will write parenthesis in front of our variable name, and PHP parser try to find the function having name equal to variable value. So here variable value is demo, so PHP parser will find the demo function and it will execute it. This is called PHP variable function. You can also pass parameters to this demo function. Let's say I will pass $a, $b, like we learn, and here I will try to print the value of $a and $b. Now here I will pass value, let's say 10 and 50. If I go to browser and refresh, you can see we got the value. Okay, so you can also pass parameters to this variable function. Now next we have anonymous function within PHP. PHP anonymous function. This is also an interesting concept in PHP. Okay, what are these anonymous functions? So these anonymous functions are the functions which do not have any user defined name. So such functions are also called as closure or lambda function. So sometime you may want a function which will be executed for only one time. So in such cases you can go for these anonymous functions. So here closure is a function which is anonymous function and which closes over the environment in which it is defined. So as environment is not available, then function will also not available. That is called anonymous function. Use the external value within this anonymous function. We can use keyword here. Okay, so this use keyword will help us to use certain external values within our function. So what is syntax of this anonymous function? So syntax is like this: dollar variable name is equal to function, and then here we will have list of arguments. Let's say argument 1, argument 2, like this, and here immediately we will try to return certain value. This is how we will create anonymous function. You can see here, friends, after this function keyword we do not have any function name here. Like previously we learned, after this function keyword we should have function name, but here there is no function name. That's why these functions are called anonymous function. Directly we are specifying the parameters for this function, and this function will be identified by this variable name. So whenever we will pass this function to another function, they can call it later whenever they will need it. That's why it is also called as callback function. This is how we can use functions in PHP. Friends, if you find this video useful, please like and share this video. I will see you in next video. Thank you for watching.